Now at Verizon, we have some big news for your peace of mind. For all our customers, existing and new, we're locking in low prices for 3 years guaranteed on My Plan and My Home. That's future you peace of mind. And everyone can save on a brand new phone on My Plan when you trade in any phone from one of our top brands. That's new phone peace of mind. Because at Verizon, whether you're already a customer or you're just joining us, we got you. Visit Verizon today. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.
Ready to rack to school and save big? Get to your Nordstrom Rack store today for thousands of deals from just $20.
Because I want to look fresh.
How did I not know Rack has Adidas?
I got a new backpack.
Score everyone's favorite denim, sneakers, boots, and activewear from Nike, Levi's, Steve Madden, Madewell, and Free People. Great brands, great prices. Everyone's got a reason to rack. Shop Nordstrom Rack and make it the best school year ever.
This podcast is sponsored by IQ Bar.
I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news. Most protein bars are packed with sugar and unpronounceable ingredients. The good news? There's a better option. I'm Will, and I created IQ Bar plant protein bars to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, low-sugar brain and body fuel. IQ Bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and zero weird stuff. And right now, you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. Try our delicious IQ Bar sampler pack with 7 plant protein bars, 4 hydration mixes, and 4 enhanced coffee sticks. Clean ingredients, amazing taste, and you'll love how you feel. Refuel smarter, hydrate harder, caffeinate larger with IQ Bar.
Go to eatiqbar.com and enter code BAR20 to get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping. Again, go to eatiqbar.com and enter code BAR20.
Hello, everyone. I just want to tell you about a podcast I think you'll enjoy. If you're like me, I'm always on the podcast apps looking for something else scary to add to my feed. And this one is called The Most Terrifying Places in America by the Travel Channel. On the podcast, they visit some of the creepiest locations across the United States. They go to a hotel in New England where guests wake up and they're covered in scratches. My personal favourite is the one where there's a church in the middle of the woods and these security guards have to stay there for the night, and it's really, really creepy. There's so many different places on there. Get yourself a nice coffee or tea, pop it on and enjoy. Listen to The Most Terrifying Places in America wherever you get your podcast.
With McValue at McDonald's, you don't just get deals on the drinks. You get deals on McDonald's drinks. So when you're breaking a sweat, embrace the chill without breaking the bank. And when your crew is running on empty, keep your wallet full while refreshing the squad.
Grab a cold drink at a hot price, like a refreshing Coke Zero or sweet tea in any size for only $1.49. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hello, I'm Sarah and welcome to the Whispering Woods Extra. I am on my own today because I recorded the whole episode with Toby and then I lost it. Yes, it's been one of those weeks. This episode is all about the Paulding Lights in Michigan. I'll get straight into it. Are you ready for the story? On a clear, moonless night, deep in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, a convoy of cars lines both sides of a lonely, dead-end road. Families, curious teenagers, and old friends huddle in silence under a sky heavy with stars, swatting away the occasional mosquito. They have all journeyed here, some driving hours through the North Woods to witness an eerie phenomenon. In the darkness ahead lies a tree-filled valley, and at the far end of an abandoned stretch of highway, they wait for the Paulding light, a strange glow said to appear almost every night in these remote woods. There are no city lights here, no nearby houses, just a wall of forest and the expectation that something unexplainable will soon flicker to life in the distance. Without warning, a soft white radiance materializes deep among the trees. It hovers and dances on the horizon, sometimes seeming to sway or bounce. The glow intensifies, then fades, only to flare up again moments later. Some nights it appears as a single orb. Other times multiple lights spark into view. Onlookers have reported seeing the light shift from white to red or green and back again. Others describe it as a bright white ball that grows and shrinks. Then, just as mysteriously as it appeared, the light vanishes into the darkness, leaving the forest in silence once more. Many have seen it tonight. Some remain unsure if their eyes played tricks on them. To find the Paulding light, one must travel into the wilderness of the western Upper Peninsula, near the tiny community of Paulding, Michigan. Paulding itself is barely a dot on the map, a tiny speck of a town near the Wisconsin border, as one reporter described. Getting there is an adventure in its own right. Travellers head north from Watersmeet on US Highway 45, a narrow two-lane road that winds through miles of dense forest. About 5 miles out of Watersmeet, near the unincorporated village of Paulding, you turn onto an unmarked side road called Robbins Pond Road, actually a surviving fragment of old US 45. This gravel road is rough and overgrown, the trees on either side pressing in as if to reclaim it. Following it about half a mile into the woods, you come to a metal guardrail where the road ends abruptly. On summer evenings, you'll often find that guardrail lined with people sitting or leaning, facing out toward a tree-filled valley where the old highway once ran. It's at this isolated clearing, surrounded by the Ottawa National Forest, that the Paulding light makes its appearance. The location is so tucked away that first-time visitors often get lost, sometimes pulling into the Paulding General Store in town to ask for directions. Jason Lannett, owner of that general store, recalls countless travellers wandering in, unsure if they were on the right path. I get 1 million people that come looking for directions because they get lost, he says, only half exaggerating. In fact, the legend became so popular that the US Forest Service eventually installed a large official sign at the viewing spot in the woods. Locals recall how in the 1970s and 80s, teenagers would drive out with coolers of beer, joining tourists and paranormal enthusiasts in lawn chairs, all watching and waiting together. In a rural area with few entertainment options, going to see the light became a kind of communal ritual. A blend of campfire ghost story and tailgate party. Yet even amid the excited conversation, an unmistakable tension hangs around as dusk falls. The towering pines and maples around the clearing gradually disappear into shadow. All eyes face the darkened valley. The Paulding light is an uncanny beacon. Known to haunt this valley since the 1960s, and if local lore is to be believed, possibly long before. Descriptions of the Paulding light are surprisingly consistent among witnesses. It's typically described as a bright white light glowing deep in the woods, about a mile or more away from the viewing spot. Some nights it appears low, near to the ground. Other times it hovers higher, at treetop level or above a distant hill. Many say the light does not remain static. It sways or bobs. It bounces up and down, says John Williams, a visitor who has been coming to this site for 20 years. If you see the real one, you'll know. The light will suddenly brighten or dim, sometimes splitting into multiple points of illumination, only to merge back into one. On occasion, witnesses report flashes of colour, red and green lights, flickering briefly alongside the main white glow. One visitor described seeing the light changing back and forth from red to white. Then it turned bright white and appeared to be approaching us in an almost threatening manner. Others have likened the red flashes to the wigwag of a railroad lantern, or even the flash of police lights in the distance. The Paulding light is a recurring phenomenon. It's not a once-in-a-lifetime apparition, but a regular event. Nearly every clear evening, strange circular spheres of light dance on the horizon. Ever since its first officially reported sighting in 1966, people have claimed that the light can be seen almost nightly if conditions are right. Fair weather is best. Witnesses say the lights show up more often on clear, dry nights, whereas rain or fog might keep it at bay. Patience is often rewarded. Those who hang about usually see faint glows at first, which may strengthen over time. One group watched for over an hour, seeing the light appear and disappear repeatedly. Just when some grew skeptical, the light dramatically brightened and began to move, with smaller red lights joining in for a moment. "That wasn't car lights," one amazed onlooker said. "I had no idea what I saw, but that was pretty freaky." Importantly, there are no roads or buildings in the direct line of sight where the light appears. Only wilderness. The valley ahead, sometimes called the Dog Meadow, is crossed by power lines and was once home to old railroad tracks and logging camps, long since reclaimed by nature. When the light shines, it often seems to trace the path of those power lines or the forgotten railbed, almost as if retracing old routes. Witnesses have noted the light sometimes appears at regular intervals, leading a few to have jokingly compare it to an oncoming train headlight, appearing nightly on schedule, except no train tracks remain in service here. Could it be an atmospheric anomaly, a mirage of distant headlights, or something not of this world? Over the years, folklore has grown around the Paulding light, as residents and visitors struggle to explain the uncanny glow. The most popular legend, often considered the official story, ties the light to a tragedy from the area's logging and railroad era. According to this tale, the valley once held a railway line that served the local timber industry. One fateful night, a train sat stalled on the tracks in the dark forest. A diligent railroad brakeman went out into the night carrying a lantern, attempting to warn an oncoming train before it collided with the stalled cars. In the chaos, the brakeman was struck and gruesomely killed, some say even decapitated, by the oncoming locomotive. Ever since, his spirit is said to haunt the tracks. The light seen today, believers claim, is the ghostly lantern carried by that long-dead brakeman, as he eternally patrols the night, swinging his light frantically in a doomed effort to stop a train that never comes. The legend is so ingrained that even a US Forest Service sign at the site mentions a railroad man's ghost as the explanation, and local souvenir T-shirts and sweatshirts often depict a lantern-wielding figure against the darkness. But the brakeman is not the only ghost story told about these woods. Another widely told legend cast a light as the spirit of a mail carrier who met a violent end on the very road that is now closed. In this version, a mail courier in the early 1900s was travelling the old US 45 route, perhaps by horse and carriage or earlier automobile, when he was waylaid and murdered, possibly for the valuable parcels he carried. The light, they say, is the restless ghost of that slain mail carrier, swinging a lantern or lamp as he searches for justice, or for the lost mail he never got to deliver. On certain retellings, the story specifies the mail carrier's murder occurred on a snowy night, and that his ghost still walks the valley, his lamp appearing as a distant orb to those watching from the dead-end road. Other legends venture further into the territory of the supernatural and the ancient. Some local Ojibwe stories, as recounted by area residents, speak of mysterious lights in this region long before railroads or highways existed. One interpretation is that the Paulding light is the spirit of a Native American, perhaps a tribesman or a dancing Indian spirit, forever performing a ritual dance along the power lines that cut through the valley. In this tale, the flickering of the light is said to be the spirit jumping from line to line or fire to fire, an incarnation of some ageless guardian of the woods. One longtime resident, Linda Schultz, insists the light predates modern infrastructure entirely. Long before roads were even involved, this light is in some of the history that is in the area. Even the Native American history, they talk about the light, and this is long before there were roads. Yet another version of the legend describes the light as a grandparent searching for a lost child in the woods. In that story, a little boy or girl wandered away from home decades ago, vanishing into the forest. A heartbroken grandfather or grandmother took to the woods with a lantern night after night, determined to find the lost grandchild. According to this tale, the child was never found, and the grieving elder never returned, but their lantern can still be seen roaming the valley, its flame needing to be constantly relit as it gutters out, which is why the light appears, disappears, then flares up again. Of course, not all lore is ghostly. Some have proposed the light is a kind of natural phenomenon, swamp gas from decaying organic matter igniting in the boggy valley, akin to will-o'-the-wisps. Others wonder if it could be a peculiar reflection of the Northern Lights, localised somehow in this valley, or even an extraterrestrial visitor, a UFO that returns frequently to a hidden landing site in the woods. The first recorded sighting on the books occurred around 1966. A group of teenagers, often said to be high school boys from the area, were out exploring one night when they saw an uncanny light deep in the forest. Startled and convinced they had witnessed something extraordinary, they went to the local sheriff's office to file a report. The authorities noted the account, and while they may not have investigated a ghost, the story spread among locals. The incident planted the seed for the Paulding Lights fame. Soon more people began venturing to the old road after dark to see if the light would appear for them as well. And indeed, many came away with tales of a bright light, exactly where the teenagers had described it. Throughout the late 1960s and 70s, word of mouth fueled the legend. The phenomenon started to gain wider attention outside of Ontonagon County as well. By the 1970s, regional newspapers and magazines picked up the story of the mysterious light near Watersmeet. Visitors from across Michigan, Wisconsin, and beyond tried their luck at spotting it. The location's obscurity only added to the challenge. Directions often passed from person to person like secret knowledge. In the days before GPS, one might hear, "Drive about 8 miles north of Watersmeet, look for the dirt road just past the bend, and park at the old gravel dead end." Those who made it to the Robbins Pond Road often found not an empty forest, but a small crowd already assembled, swapping stories while awaiting dusk. It wasn't until the 1980s that the Paulding Light truly entered popular culture. A Michigan travel show called Michigan Magazine captured the light on film, giving many their first glimpse on television. Local TV stations, such as Channel 6 News, ran Halloween features on the light, treating it as a fun, unsolved mystery for the holiday. Each mention brought another wave of curious onlookers up to Paulding. The legend leapt to national fame when Ripley's Believe It or Not got involved. The Ripley's organisation was so intrigued by the reports that at one point they offered a reward of over $100,000 for a definitive explanation of the bizarre light. Ripley's sent investigators to observe the phenomenon, but despite their expertise in oddities, they left without a conclusive answer. The bounty went uncollected. The Paulding Light, it seemed, would not surrender its secrets easily. By the 1990s, the site had become a veritable tourist attraction, albeit an official and rustic one. The United States Forest Service, which manages the Ottawa National Forestlands, noted the growing influx of people. To ensure visitors knew they had the right spot, and perhaps to discourage them from wandering off trail in search of ghosts, the Forest Service erected a permanent sign at the clearing, labelling it an area to observe the Paulding Light. This sign lent the phenomenon a further air of legitimacy. It was now literally on the map, recognised, if not explained, by a government agency. Notably, the sign does not solve the mystery. It simply recounts the basic legend of the railroad brakeman and acknowledges the light's long-standing reputation. Essentially, the Forest Service was saying, Yes, something is seen here. No, we don't know what it is. Please enjoy responsibly.
Now at Verizon, we have some big news for your peace of mind. For all our customers, existing and new, we're locking in low prices for 3 years guaranteed on My Plan and My Home. That's future you peace of mind. And everyone can save on a brand new phone on My Plan when you trade in any phone from one of our top brands. That's new phone peace of mind. Because at Verizon, whether you're already a customer or you're just joining us, we got you. Visit Verizon today. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.
Thanks for selling your car to Carvana. Here's your check.
Whoa, when did I get here?
What do you mean?
I swear it was just moments ago that I accepted a great offer from Carvana online. I must have time traveled to the future.
It was just moments ago. We do same-day pickup. Here's your check for that great offer.
It is the future.
It's the present and just the convenience of Carvana. Sorry to blow your mind.
It's all good. Happens all the time.
Sell your car the convenient way to
Carvana.
Pickup times may vary and fees may apply.
I love this. It's fairies, obviously. I do love this, and it reminds me of when I saw some strange lights in the sky when I was out in my back garden smoking. I don't think they were the same, but they were like two orbs, and they were dancing around in the sky, like it was really coordinated. And there were no sort of trails, so it wasn't like lasers or anything like that. It was just really bizarre and made me feel really strange. And it kind of reminds me of that. And it's interesting that these kind of lights appear all over the world. And I do not believe they are swamp gas. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will catch you again on Sunday. Take care, everyone.
Now at Verizon, we have some big news for your peace of mind. For all our customers, existing and new, we're locking in low prices for 3 years guaranteed on My Plan and My Home. That's future you peace of mind. And everyone can save on a brand new phone on My Plan when you trade in any phone from one of our top brands. That's new phone peace of mind. Because at Verizon, whether you're already a customer or you're just joining us, we got you. Visit Verizon today. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.
Life insurers put life into the things you live for. The new factory that's hiring your neighbors. Maintenance on the bridge that keeps traffic flowing. The paycheck that puts pizza night on the table. Life insurers contribute $8 trillion to the U.S. economy through bond purchases and other investments, and protect the financial security of 90 million American families, like yours. See how life insurers put life into America at acli.com. Paid for by the American Council of Life Insurers.
This podcast is sponsored by IQ Bar.
I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news. Most protein bars are packed with sugar and unpronounceable ingredients. The good news? There's a better option. I'm Will, and I created IQ Bar plant protein bars to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, low-sugar brain and body fuel. IQ Bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and zero weird stuff. And right now, you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. Try our delicious IQ Bar sampler pack with 7 plant protein bars, 4 hydration mixes, and 4 enhanced coffee sticks. Clean ingredients, amazing taste, and you'll love how you feel. Refuel smarter, hydrate harder, caffeinate larger with IQ Bar.
Go to eatiqbar.com and enter code BAR20 to get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. Again, go to eatiqbar.com and enter code BAR20.